back with a little get ready with me using all of the YesStyle Advent Calendar makeup products that I received. So I'm very excited to try all of these on my face. I'm just currently like running errands for this little Saturday, so let's go ahead and get started with what we're doing. So I've got all of these little products here, and unfortunately I didn't get any makeup base for everything, but that's fine. I have other K-beauty base complexion products that I do want to see how it would look like in the camera, so I will go ahead and without further, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the VDL Lumi Layer Primer. I normally use the Flower Nose Dewy Hydrating Primer. I literally swear by this. Like, I have been using this for the longest time. It reminds me of like the Misha Glow Bomb, and I haven't used that in a while, and it's still in my bathroom, but I feel like I haven't used it in a while. I probably would need to throw that one away. But for today, we are primer. There's also this other primer that I wanted to try, which is like the Yunjak primer. I was going to check it out in YesStyle, but they had the shipping for 21 days. I was like, I am sad. The boxes, I need to stop collecting boxes because it is not healthy. It is not healthy. This is the little bottle, and it is the VDL Lumi Layer base the top. So she is definitely like a very Lumi. Oh, okay, maybe I squeezed out too much, but let's see. I forgot to put on sunscreen. Hold on, it's fine. I guess we gotta have to. I can't skip sunscreen though, so I'm like, I have an eye test today, so I can't really put contact lenses on. Sorry. I'm gonna sunscreen on first, actually. I've already put the base layer though. Also, so sorry for the mic sounding a bit questionable. I can't find my external microphone. I don't know where it went, so you guys just have to bear with me talking in a, I guess, not as nice quality of a mic. And that's my hairdryer and my hairbrush on my bed. But I'm gonna have to reapply it again and see, because when I first put it on my skin, it actually feels really, really nice. Okay. That is nice. Oh, that is pretty nice. I like that on my skin. It makes my skin look very, very, a little bit, not glowy, but there's a certain luminosity to it, so I will be using this a lot. It has a little bit of like, you know, you see the light on here, like it does reflect like a little bit like that iridescent purple, and it does translate onto the primer itself, but it is very subtle and very nice. It just makes my skin look glowy, and the feeling of it is very moisturizing. Just maybe a little bit, this is still a little bit lighter, but this is just a plain base primer, so I'm not gonna put too much in it. Then I'm using the Milk Touch Milky Glow cushion in the 26N Latte. If I look crazy into the camera, I am so gumina sorry. I just have to do a blind pick, but this is like one of the cushions that has like a lot of shade range. Like I think they have 20, this brand, and this is also available in Pure Style. So if you guys are in the UK, definitely do give this a try, even though I haven't been using it that much, to be honest with you. And is it me? I really just like keeping the lid on, but since I have nails, I am struggling to get it out. Anyways. But surprisingly, 26N Latte does suit my skin tone a lot. Although I kind of look the same in the camera right now, like I look dead in the camera. That's weird. Why am I looking dead in the camera? Okay, is that better? Guys, I can't figure out my camera right now. She's a bit tweaking. But yes, 26N Milk Touch in Latte. I think this is called 26N Neutral Latte. I am a neutral tone girly, but yeah. Oh, okay. Very nice. It's actually nice, but obviously it doesn't really cover like my blemishes, but okay, I'm happy with that. See, this is what I don't like, look guys, like my OCD's like, it's like, you know, like this, and if I do that, it goes like a little bit mucky, but it's fine. I'll just take away the, see, for the concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Cover Up Pro Concealer in the shade Dark, even though it's not really dark. But anyways, I've used this so much. It's one of my favorite products. I've used this so much. Like, I have used this a lot. Like, have I told you I've used it a lot? Then I'm using my little sponge. That's what she looks like, and normally after I apply the base, I like to spray it. I'm using the D'Alba Fast Spray Serum. Apparently it's D'Alba, but I'm not quite sure. Coming next, I'm using the Glow Cocktail Blush. I think this is the reason. Funny thing, but this is the reason why I got the YesStyle Advent Calendars, because of the cocktail oil blush from Glow. But it's so bloody pretty that I just have to go and get it. I was just like, oh, and there's like a lot of other things that I do enjoy in the Advent Calendar, so I was just like, okay. So it's like, you know, it literally look like a nail polish, but it's a blush and it's this color. I'm also just using my fingers to apply it as well. Okay, interesting. It's a little bit more stickier than the Apu. Definitely a little bit more stickier than the Apu liquid blush, but it's very subtle and glowy, so very satisfied with that. And then in the little Advent calendar that we have, they also included the Romand contour. They also included a Romand contour. I'm gonna use a little, I'm using the top bit to set. It's going to be unhinged and use the top bit. This is, I think, the volumizer, I think that's what they call it. Yeah, they said light volumer to use it. I think I might mix, because it is a bit, they said she's neutral warm, but I'm just gonna set it. gently. Okay, I need a pen. I need a bigger power. This is normally a bronzer brush, but I'm using the shader. So this is classic beige, middle beige, and deepen beige. And this is the neutral downer. To be honest, I would not just go here, but for the sake of it, let's mix it all up together, even though it probably wouldn't have. Oh, it does appear. Okay, I kind of underestimated her because I am on the tanner side, but this is nice. Why is that more shadow? Hang on, I don't understand. There is more shadow in there. Okay, no, actually, they look really nice. Well, to be honest, I feel like this doesn't really do much. Okay. Very nice. Okay. I don't mind this. This is very nice. I really like that. I don't think they came out with a highlighter. This is my holy grail summer highlighter. This is from Glint in the shade 04 Milky Moon. They also released it in the same Too Shiny highlighter, Toe Shoes. And if I swatch it side by side, so Milky Moon is more powdery, and then Toe Shoes is more creamy, but I prefer Milky Moon. I'm just used to this formula. Okay. Brown, ash brown could be a little bit too much for me. And it's a slanted pencil. It's not a microfine, but let's do it. Let's give her a go. Oh, okay. I really like that color. That's a good match. Because oh no, I think I found like my new favorite eyebrow pencil. And it's definitely much more affordable than the ABH, because I swear by the ABH ones. I've been trying to find like better ones, but I just can't seem to find any. But this is really good. They didn't have any, and you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I just prefer a lighter brow because I already have a strong brow, so I prefer lighter. You know, it's just a smidge. For the eyes, this is the Dashik Muted Nuts, and I'm actually so in love with the color. It's definitely my vibe, and it's just so pretty. Like, I am in love with it. The sparkles are so nice. I do always enjoy Dashik eyeshadows anyways, the ones that I have, and this is the color. It's just very muted. It's very winter coated, and that makes me very happy. And to be fair, I don't really need a primer either as well with Dashik eyeshadows, just because they're so easy to work with. So I am doing something very simple, like nothing too crazy, guys. I am literally using 2 different eyeshadows for today's look. I just really want to try on. It's just a satin shade. That's it. That is literally this is literally the eyeshadow look. Let me do my YesStyle. Then they also have the Lily by Red 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Survival pen liner, but I already have that, so I'm just gonna use the one I have. Beauty marker. This is like my favorite pen liner to draw beauty marks on. They also, in the little advent calendar, they also have the Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara. I already have this mascara, so I'm just using the one that is on my vanity table. I do have, like, you know, a bunch of mascaras that I have, but honestly, it used to be one of my holy grails next to the Heroin Make. Just curl my lashes. See how much difference that makes to the eye look. Perfect. That's the eye look done. And I really like to line my lips, but since we don't have anything, I'm using the Romand Lip Matte Pencil in the shade Under Chili just to slightly line my lips. I'm just then I like to use the little brush, as you can see, guys, and I've cleaned this as well. I just like to smudge it out a little bit. And then for the lips, I will be using the Tear Waterism Glow Tint. I really like this tint. This is in the shade 18 Cherried, and this is the mini ones. I prefer the mini ones because I have a lot of makeup, and if brands come out with like these type of small products, I would love that, to be honest. I just love that more. So it's like this. I thought I have this shade already, but turns out it was a different color. So oh my gosh, it looks crazy, but I guess she does look a bit crazy, guys. No, she doesn't. Okay. She looks neon in the camera. I'm just gonna wait for this to set, and while I'm doing that, to oxidize, because lip tints tend to do that. So I'll be right back. For now, I'm just gonna set everything. And wait for it to settle down, and I will do my hair, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the finished look with my lip tint finally like setting down, because when you definitely do apply a lip tint, it goes really vivid, or matingkad in Filipino, and you have to like really wait for it to set down, oxidize a little bit, to set on your lips to see the proper color. So this is what she looks like on my lips, and my eyes, you could barely see my blush, but I do prefer blushes that are more subtle. So I'm very happy with the way I could see it in real life, and I'm so sorry guys, I can't see it. Maybe it's also my camera's kind of old, but I do love my Canon M5, so I'm not gonna get rid of her anytime sooner. But I also cannot figure out the lighting in my other room, so I apologize for that. Maybe in the next time I will just film in this room, because it really does have like a prettier lighting, if I may say. so please bear with me while I try to figure out. It's just that my vanity table is on in my other room, and it's just a bit of a hassle to just move things back and forth because I do like working. I do work in this room. But anyways, I have yet to match. I am off to see the eye doctor and hope that I do not need glasses. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Happy New Year and have a great holidays. See you in 2026. Bye.